Welcome to the Superfast TouchDesigner tutorial series. In this tutorial, I'll show you what I've been working on lately, creating organic creatures in a very straightforward way using the entire pop family. Besides building this creature, we'll also explore how to integrate these glassmorphism filters. Notice how every time I move the camera, the filter dynamically overlays our organic creature. The key takeaway of this tutorial is understanding how to position these tentacles using various techniques with the copy pop. And if you prefer to just grab the finished project file to experiment right away, it is already available on my Patreon. Without further ado, let's jump into the next part. Chapter 1. Overview. The most important part of this tutorial is understanding these two pattern operators. The first one will generate the movement for each tentacle, while the second one allows us to freeze the starting point. This ensures that the motion originates exactly from the zero axis, resulting in a fluid, sinusoidal animation. After that, the process gets much easier. We'll use a copy pop to generate the instances, which, combined with a skin, will give this object its tentacle shape. To give it a much more interesting structure, I've created a sequence using two circles. I'll use this sequence as a base to clone the tentacles into this final shape. Once we have this set up, the rest is simple. This setup seamlessly allows for UI design integration and creates a spiral effect that adds a lot to the overall composition. Over here, I have the classic render using a PBR material, which, as you know, is my absolute favorite paired with an environment light. Finally, we build out the green glassmorphism filter. I'm using a rectangle to select and mask the specific area of the final render I want to affect, blending it with a blur. We'll then combine this using various compositing techniques to achieve our final result. To wrap things up, I bring everything together in a single section of the network and add those UI details, which I'll also be explaining in the tutorial. Working with the pop family is incredibly fascinating and surprisingly simple to do. And by the way, if you want to find beginner courses or start getting feedback on your networks, you are welcome to join over 400 students in my school community linked below. Alright, let's start. Chapter 2. Network. So let us build our first point operator path. Drop a pattern pop and set the number of points to 50. Also set the type in X to ease in. Then animate the phase Y parameter with ABS time.seconds multiplied by 0.5. Also, we need to set map to high to 0.34 in X, 0.1 in Y. Now create another pattern pop and set the parameter size to 1. Add a mathmix pop and connect both patterns into it. We use the mathmix pop here to multiply the positional data of both pattern generators, creating a seamlessly fluid organic wave structure with a fixed origin. And hey, if you find this network interesting, but maybe do not want to build it all from scratch, you can just grab the finished project file on my Patreon. There are over 7,000 subscribers there who get access to all my project files, custom TouchDesigner plugins, and some free VJ packs. If you prefer to just jump straight in and experiment, the link for that is also in the description. Inside the mathmix pop, change the combine operation to A multiplied by B. Set scope A to P and scope B to in1P. Lead this into a line metrics pop and toggle tangent to on. From here, wire it into a pattern pop. Keep parameter size at 1. And invert the mapping, so map to low is 1, and map to high is 0. Set the output attribute scope to point scale. Now to skin this line, create a circle with an orientation of YZ. Give it 16 divisions, and a uniform scale of 0.011. Connect this circle pop into the first input of a copy pop, and plug the pattern into the second input. On this copy pop enable template scale. This helps varying the radius along the curve. Connect the copy pop out to a skin pop to mesh the points, and follow it with a normal pop for smooth shading. Wire the normal pop into the first input of a new copy pop. We need a second path to clone these segments. Add a circle pop configured to orientation ZX with a uniform scale of 0.24. Lead it to a line metrics pop turning tangent on. And now add a copy pop and wire that into the second input. Beside this, create a circle pop oriented to YZ with 16 divisions. Set the rotate X parameter to absolute time.seconds and uniform scale to 0.08. Connect this to the first input of the copy pop. For this copy pop turn template, rotate to vector to on. Then set the forward direction positive X, and for the attribute, select tan. Next, connect this to a line metrics pop with tangent set to on. Now wire it into a pattern pop. Change the pattern type to random and set the map to high values to 1.25. Ensure the output attribute scope is point scale. Plug this into the second input of our copy pop. For this main copy pop enable template, scale and template rotate to vector. We also need to set forward direction to positive X and vector attribute to tan. Alright, let us twist these structures. Connect the copy pop into a twist pop. First, target the primary axis to Y and give it a strength of 90. Flow this into a second twist pop. And for this one, set the strength to 90. Drop a select pop to grab this second twist pop and wire it into a geometry comp. Set the geometry comp translate Y to 0.2 and the uniform scale axis to 1.5. Create the PBR material and assign it to the geo. For this material, adjust metallic to 0.765 and roughness to 0.4. For the second branch, make a copy of the select pop. Connect it to a delete pop. Set the operation to keep selected. Set the attribute to P1. And adjust the value to -0.07. To trigger our next effect, drop a keyboard and chop. Add a particle pop. Set max particles to 5,000. Configure the birth rate parameter to me_par max particles. This links the value to the maximum particles. Set life expect to 1 and life variance to 0.5. Then set the random seed to 1. Give it an initial velocity y value of -0.25. Also change initial drag to 0.5. Use keyboardin to trigger both initialize and start parameters. By the way, if you are enjoying this and want to explore a bit more into TouchDesigner along with other techniques, you are always welcome to join my school community. We have over 400 students learning together right now. It is a great place to find beginner courses, get feedback on your project files, and network with other creators. If that sounds helpful to you, I will leave the link down in the description. Wire the particle pop into a noise pop. Change period to 2. And amplitude to 0.01. Adjust the translate 4D parameter to absolute time.seconds multiplied by 0.1. Set combine attribute scope to p.xy. Finish this chain by appending a null pop and renaming it to end. Now to create a particle feedback input, the end null into the particle's feedback parameter. Duplicate the last select and the geo, and replace the select input with this new output. Give it a constant mat. Now let's add some details. Drop a grid pop, changing connectivity to points primitives. Adjust size Y to 0.4. Use 10 columns and 9 rows. Push this into a noise pop. Set period, harmonics, and spread to 0. Then set amplitude to 0.224. In the transform page, use abstime.seconds multiplied by 0.1 for translate 4D. Also set combine entity to curl 3D. and combine attribute scope to p.x. Lay down a rectangle pop and set its size y 0.36. Then set uniform scale to 0.08. Now connect the rectangle and the noise into a copy pop. From the copy pop, create a normalize pop. Change the mode array Z to 0. Set a bias array of 0.3 in X. Change map to high in Y to 0.2. Follow this with a transform pop. Set its translate values in X to minus 0.671 and then 1.864 in Y. Change the scale X to 0.64 and then adjust the uniform scale to 2. For this one, let's use a render simple top. Set the constant color to white and adjust the resolution to 720 by 1280. To scatter additional dots, bring in a pattern pop, setting it to 5000 points. Change type X to cosine and in Z to ramp. Give it a seed of 0. Number of cycle values should be at 15 for X and Y and 0.5 in Z. Hook this to a math combine pop. Turn the combine operation to A multiplied by B. For scope A, choose point I, and scope B to P. Finally, the result scope to P. Output to a transform pop. Rotate minus 90 on the x-axis, and uniform scale down to 0.0002. Duplicate the last select in Geo again, and change the select input to this new node. Then add a constant material to it. Perfect, the geometry is done. For lighting, I've got an environment light comp with an HDRI map and a simple soft light, a camera viewport, and a black vertical render top. Now for the post-processing. I set the final render to a select top to keep things organized. First, we need to insert a blur top configured with a pre-shrink of 2 and a filter size of 16. Connect this to the first input of a composite top. Create a rectangle top sized 0.41 and 1.17. Also in common settings, set the resolution to 720 by 1280. Connect this to the second input of the composite top. Now we need to insert a new composite top, setting its operation to add. Duplicate the rectangle top and drop fill alpha to 0. Set the border color to white, and the border width to 0.0013. Now we need a level top. Set brightness to 1.55 and drop high R and high B to 0, just to color everything green. Make a copy of the select top leading into a bloom top. Set bloom fill to 0.547. Insert a composite top using the over operation. Connect the bloom top into the composite. Now let's add the animated lines layer from the render simple top. Use a select top to link it. Now add another composite top to connect this layer and set the select as the first input. For the operation, let's use add. Almost there. Let's create an extra layer. Put down a select top, grabbing the first rectangle top we generated. Let me take a few seconds to organize these nodes. Okay, perfect. Now we need to pass it through a transform top, translating its Y value to minus 0.23, and set the Y scale down to 0.3. Let's duplicate the select, holding the render, and wire it to a composite top. Along with the transformed rectangle layer, make sure the rectangle is on top. Connect this to an edge top using a strength of 0.05. Use a select top to pull the edge top data and sum it to the main composite branch using one last composite top. Also make sure the select is on top. Set this one to add. Perfect! This network might seem complex, but it's actually a simple way for compositing layers. I hope you've successfully completed this tutorial. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and smash the like button. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments.